Hey there, stampers and crafters. It's Tammy Williams here with TammyLovesStamping.com. Today I want to share with you some adorable Halloween designer series paper and a stamp set and die that I have been using to make some Halloween cards. And I know some of you don't really make Halloween cards, but after you see how cute this is, I think this might change your mind and you might want to start. So let me turn the camera around and show you. All right, so this is called the Spooky Sweet Specialty Designer Series paper. And because it's a specialty paper, it has a little bit of something extra on it. So I'll show you that in a minute. But this first sheet I've already cut apart, but it's meant to be cut apart so that you can make multiple cards from this paper. So like here, this bottom half, I cut this piece out of. And then this little middle section here, I made a card with that. And then this little middle section, or this end section, I cut out as well. So you just would trim this up, and same with this piece here, you can trim it and make cards with this. So that's why this first sheet's all cut apart. But you get 2 sheets of this, and on the back side, look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. That's a petunia pop. That's the in color petunia pop, and I just love it. It's such a pretty shade of purpley pinkish fuchsia, whatever. So that's the first sheet, first design. And the second design, it has all these little candies on it. Aren't they just so cute? Look at that. You got candy corn and lollipops and bats and stars and all kinds of fun candy. And then on the back side of that sheet is some, spooky looking black and orange. Isn't that cool? So you get 2 sheets of this design, and I've already cut into that piece, so my second piece is already a little bit smaller. And then this is some windows with pumpkins in them and bats and black cats and all kinds of fun things like that. So that would make a great background for a card. And then the back of that is white with some pumpkin pie stripes kind of going through it. So you can use it either vertically or horizontally, whichever you prefer. So you get those 2 sheets, those 2 double-sided sheets. And then this is the fun part. This is the some tags. So again, you would cut it down two places, cut and then cut across, and you have all these labels that you can use. Isn't that fun? So you get 2 sheets of the labels, and then on the back side of that, you have some kind of a gray and black pattern. Kind of cool, scary night. Make like a night sky maybe out of that. It'd be fun to use as a night sky. So that, and then here, this piece here is so cute. This is the, has all kinds of cute little animals all dressed up for Halloween. A flamingo and a pig and a bear, and they're just so cute. Look at the little mask on the pig and carrying a little pumpkin. So adorable. And then the back side of that is this orange pumpkin pie color with some black dots and stuff through it. It's kind of a very cool pattern. I like that. So I made a card with that too. So that's why this sheet is a little bit shorter than the other one, because you get 2 sheets, and that's front and back. And then of that, well, then here comes this specialty part. This is all these stickers that come with it. Well, they're not stickers, they're cutouts, die cuts. But you get brooms and cotton and candy corn and this little hippo dressed as a mummy carrying a bag of candy and some pumpkins and bats and scary spooky trees and some spiders and some witch's brew. And then you get this cauldron, and then a little bubbly goo to put over the cauldron that you can attach like that. Isn't that fun? And then you got this cute little fairy princess costume the wand and the crown. So adorable. And what else? A banner. And so you get 2 sheets of these fun little punch die cuts that you can punch out and use on your cards. Isn't that great? So now I want to show you, oh, here's a little candy corn that popped out. I wanted to show you a couple of cards that I made using this paper and using the stamp set. So this Halloween stamp set, it's called Spooky Halloween, and it's got Happy Halloween, Spooky, Don't Worry, Eat Sweets, No Tricks, All Treats, some stamps of bats and some sparkles, and it's got a dog and a cat dressed up for Halloween, and a broom and a pumpkin. So and it also comes with dies to cut them out. So here are what the dies look like. The dies has a spooky haunted house and a fence, and it cuts out the broom that you can stamp, and it cuts out the dog and the cat, and then it cuts out some bats, and it cuts out the pumpkin that you can stamp, the little pumpkin, and then this little label with a bat on it. It is another die cut that comes if you buy the bundle. So this is the Spooky Halloween dies and the Spooky Halloween stamp set bundle. So let me show you some cards I made with this. I can close this. Here we go. So this is the first one I made with that panel that I cut out of that one sheet that had a whole bunch of different panels that you could cut and make cards out of, multiple cards out of one sheet. And this one I made it like a peekaboo card. So I cut a hole and then I attach the hole to the inside of the card so that it will float kind of in that little window. Isn't that cute? I haven't quite finished decorating it yet. I'm not quite sure. I also took one of the die cuts from the paper, a little bat, and attached it with a dimensional so it kind of pops up off the top of the card there. And I also attached this little guy. He was another one that was out of that paper, the die cuts from that Spooky Sweet paper. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Spooky Sweet 12-inch by 12-inch specialty designer series paper. So that's one card I made, but this second card I made, I just fell in love with this one. So fun. So I used that orange paper, that pumpkin pie paper with the black dots as the first layer, and then I used some black two-tone cardstock for the second layer because the two-tone cardstock is not as thick as regular cardstock, and so I was going to do 3 layers, so I didn't want it to be too thick to mail. So I used the two-tone cardstock in black, and then this paper here with all the candies on it and everything as my third layer. And then I die cut out the house, the spooky house, and I put some yellow cardstock behind it to look like the windows are all lit up, like there's lights on inside the house. And then I die cut one of the bats, or actually 2 bats, and I put 1 bat on the inside right here and stamped the Happy Halloween from the stamp set here. And then I stamped the cat and dog, and I colored them with Stampin' Blends. And then I punched out, die cut them, and then I also stamped the pumpkin and the broom, and die cut those and colored them with Stampin' Blends, and then attached those with dimensionals, Stampin' Dimensionals. And then to finish it off, I added these wonderful foam star glitter. What are they called? Glitter star foam something. Glitter star foams, something like that. If you just search for star or glitter star, you'll find them in the online store. But these come in 2 or 3 different colors, black and petunia pop and white, I believe. But they just add so much sparkle and fun to this card, as if the card wasn't fun enough already with these cute little cat and dog costumes. And oh my gosh, I just love it. What do you think? So are you sold? Are you going to make Halloween cards this year? I hope so. Thanks for watching. This is Tammy with TammyLovesStamping.com. Take care and God bless.